All right, can you still see my screen? Are you in the call? All right, very good to see you. Okay, so we were discussing ALM. I'm not sure whether you guys how much you made progress, but I have added Naved here with this ALM that I have installed. So now what Naved has done, he has written a test case inside ALM. Now, if you let me just close this one, and then if you go here, can you see that overall when you click here, you see the different module that we can use in ALM Octane, right? You see that we have requirements tab, we have backlog tab, we have team backlog tab, right? And then we have quality tab, right? So this quality tab is the tab that as a tester we are going to use a lot. Okay, now if you click on that quality tab, and then in the quality tab, right, you see all of the test cases those we have written so far. So these are the test cases those we have written. If you take a look how many defects we have reported so far, these are the defects we have reported so far, right? Now if you go back to the test tab right here, so nowadays saying he has written this test case a couple of days ago. This is the test case he has written. Now if I want to verify, okay, what is the test case? If you want to add a test case, right, if you want to add a test case, you click on manual test, okay, then you will be able to add it. Now if I want to see what test case Naved has written, I'll click on this test case. So this is the test case he has written. Now can you see here, this is the step or action. Can you see line number 1 is the step or action, and then from this action what is your expectation, right? What is your expectation? This is your expectation. Again, this is the next step, and then this is your expectation. Okay, I'm expecting this from this step, like this. Okay, so here let's say if you want to add one more step, what will you do? You press enter, and then let's say the previous step was click on vacation menu item, left navigation bar, vacation page will be displayed, right? Vacation page will be displayed. Now let's say your next step is, do you have a logout, you have a login, Nabed, in this test case? Okay, so let's say that the next step will be close the browser, or let's say then next step will be um, yeah, for example, click on the close button on top right corner of the browser, right? So click on the close button on the top right corner of the browser. So when you do this, what will happen? What is your expectation?
Browser will be closed.
The browser will be closed. Now, this is your action. Remember what we have written here? This is the action. This is the action. Now, or hold on. Let me just copy this. I did one thing that you will have to do. So can you see add step? You'll have to do this, and then let me, I think I have a, yeah. Okay. Now add step, click on add step here. Now you put this. So this is step. This is your step. Now because of that step, now you have an expectation. What is that expectation? And to add an expectation, what do you do? Can you see add validation step? Can you see add validation step? You click on this. When you click on this add validation step, then it will present a question mark. Okay, now when you click on the close button on the top right corner of the browser, what happens? The browser will be closed, right? The your application is the browser. Actually, the application will be closed. The application will be. Does it make sense, guys? Right? So now after you have added a step, you save it. Now this is the test case that Naved has added. Now what are the details available from this test case, right? If you take a look, if you click on this runs, right, can you see? If you click on this runs, you will be able to see how many times this test case was run. So this test case, he has ran this test case twice. Can you see? The first time he ran this test case 3000, the run number was 3004, and then next time he ran it, it was 4001. He ran it on, can you see the timestamp here when he ran this test case, right? Now if you take a look, if you want to see the details of the execution, let's say which execution you want us to view here, Nabed? Nabed, which execution you want us to take a look? Are you on mute, Nabed? Naved, are you there? We cannot hear you, Naved. Okay. So let's say that if I click on this one of the execution, then I'll be able to see what he has executed, right? As you can see, he has executed these test cases. There were few issues, right? And then he has put a screenshot. Okay, he was expecting something, but he didn't get it, right? So he put a screenshot here. And then one thing he forgot is to report a defect on this. So to report a defect, like when you execute a test case, right? If you see something is not working as expected, what do you do? What will you do if you see you are executing a test case and then you saw that some functionalities are not working as expected? What will you do in this type of situation? Who can answer this question?
For the bug.
Report a bug, right? Now, during the execution, he was not able to report the defect. So during the execution, he didn't report the defect and he closed the test case. So what is his remedy, right? So if you go to the details here, now can you see you have the details of this execution, right? Now can you see you have a reported defect, you have a remedy. You didn't report the defect, but you can come here and then you can report a defect on it. You click on report a defect and then you name the defect. Let's say that cruise.
এখানে আমরা কোনো টেস্ট কেসের জন্য যেভাবে জিরাতে টেবিল ক্রিয়েট করা যায় টেবিল ক্রিয়েট করা যায়
না, এখানে টেবিল ক্রিয়েটের অপশন না, এটা হচ্ছে আপনি এভাবে স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ লিখবেন ALM যেটা নতুন ভার্সনে।
এটা কি টেস্ট কেস সরাসরি কি আমরা যেভাবে লিখছি ওয়ার্ডে ওভাবে আগে লিখে কি এখানে এক্সিকিউট করে নাকি?
না, এটা এখানে যেভাবে দেখতেছো এইভাবেই তুমি এক্সিকিউট করবে। দ্য ওয়ে
মানে এটা লাইক মোর মনে হচ্ছে যে আমি যে আগে লিখছি ওইটা থেকে হোম পেজ ভ্যালিডেশন করলাম আর কি, আমার কাছে মোর কনভিনিয়েন্ট মনে হইলো আর কি, বাট যেহেতু এইভাবে লিখতে হবে তাহলে তো আর
এগুলো অ্যাকচুয়ালি টিম টুল, মানে at the same time defect step that the whole team if necessary or management they can see it immediately.
That is correct. That is correct. So here, if you take a look, right, now the defect. So what is happening? We are reporting a defect, an independent defect on this test case. Remember, this defect, we are reporting an independent defect on this test case. Now, let's say cruise page, display. Okay, and then there is a, like, if you have backlog, there you can associate a particular backlog with it, right? And then, do you know what is backlog, guys?
Yeah, backlog is the from the requirements, the product owner, and the grooming, which will be which will be um, the task for the next sprint.
Exactly. So what is happening with backlog is, remember, the product owner, right? The business people, they give the requirement to the product manager or the guys. They collect the requirement. They prepare the requirement document, and then from the requirement document, when you work on agile Scrum software development methodology, right? So they prepare, from the requirement they prepare backlogs. Backlogs means these backlogs are sprint item. So as Nahid Bhai has said, they groom the requirements, and they itemize it in a way it is more ready for development, right? And then this backlog, the developers start work on these backlogs, and then sprint by sprint, like then there will be sprint backlog, right? There will be list of backlogs. Out of those backlogs, some of the backlogs will be selected for, let's say, sprint 1. They will be working on it, and then there will be more backlogs for the next sprint. There will be more backlogs for the next sprint, like that. Like that, this development will be going on. Now, when you are reporting a defect, right, you can, if this defect is related to a particular backlog, you can select the backlog from here, and then you can say what is the severity of the defect, and then you can, if there is any module in the application, you'll be able to, like in this test version we do not have all of this, but you can select different options. These are the things we are calling defect header. These are the things we are calling defect headers. And then here there will be development team, there will be multiple teams. In whatever teams you have in the organization where you want to report this defect, you will be able to select those, and then you will be able to assign, okay, what environment you are reporting this defect. If it is from QA, you select QA. If it is from staging, you select staging. Now you say a little bit description. Okay, what is this defect about? Again, I think the description will be same. Cruise page didn't display, and then you go to add and edit. So here, when you are doing add and edit, right, now you see that we have more information here, like in terms of um, putting more headers, right? Putting more headers, and then um, if you want to put any screenshot or anything, you will be able to attach the screenshot. And here I will, if I scroll down, I should see blocked region. One second. Yeah, description is here. You put the description of the defect, and then I do not see few of the things. Those are available when you report the defect from the execution window, but
Did you discuss the Zira in the class?
not yet. We didn't discuss Jira yet in the class.
We're going to discuss, right?
There is a plan to discuss Jira.
Or I think I have access also there. I can show it.
You have access to Jira?
Let me see. I have to see that I have a group. I have to see the credential is still working. I'll show it.
Sure. Okay. So here, this defect, right? We are seeing this defect that I'll have to provide the description here. If I need to put in the description, basically, if you report a defect in that way, in the description, what will you say? Okay, summary of the defect. You say summary of the defect, and then you say actual, expected, expected output, what was it expected, and then you say what you got actually, actual output, and then you say if there is any credential, you mention it here. If they have to log in by anything, right, you say credentials, and then there will be steps to recreate, steps to recreate. Okay, so here if if they have to log in by any credential, you put this credential here, and then expected output, what was your expected output, right? Cruise page, cruise page. And what did you get? You get, let's say, car rental page. When you click on cruise menu, instead of getting cruise page, you got car rental page. And how to recreate the step? You put the recreation step 1, open browser and navigate to new tours.demo.aut.com, right? Step 2, what is the step 2? Step 2 is click on cruise menu item from the left navigation bar. Click on cruise menu item from the left navigation bar. This is, I think, all, right? And then you say, okay. So now if you go back to this test module again, so here if you come here in the defects, definitely you will see another defects here, another defect here. Now let's say that if you go back to the test tab, right, we have these test cases here, right? Now if you go to the details of this test case, and then if you want to execute this test case, if you want to execute this test case, what will you do? If you want to execute this test case again, you click on this run test, right? You click on this run test, and then if you want to change anything here, you do it. Other than that, you click on run. Now when you run the test case, you will see this window, right? Okay, open the browser and navigate to newtours.demo.aut.com. So what do? You run, like, this is the manual execution of the test case. So if in the work you will have two monitors, you keep your step in one monitor, and then you do your execution in another, right? So let's say that I'm creating another small window here. Let me do this. So from this, let me make it a little bit bigger. And where is my execution window? This is my execution window. So here I need to navigate to this website. So when I navigated, right, website will be loaded, Mercury Tours logo will be displayed, right? We saw everything. So what we do, we select here this step as passed. Okay, then you come here, verify the left header corner, right? Left header corner, we have the menu here. Verify the left header corner, Mercury Tours logo will be displayed. So we saw the logo, we mark this step as passed, right? Is there like, if you have to write a note, you write the note here. If you have to attach anything, you click on this attachment, you attach it. Verify the left navigation menu, right? What will be the expectation? Can you see? If you take a look, this is the step. This is your step. Here you cannot mark pass or fail. So for this step, what is your expectation? That is where you will be able to mark pass or fail, right? This is the so can you see here, according to his steps: home, flights, hotel, car rentals, cruise, destination, and vacation menu items will be displayed. So we can see all of these menu items here, right? So we all agree that this step is passed. And then you come here, click on the home link vertical navigation bar, right? If you click on the home link vertical navigation bar, what happens? I clicked on the home link vertical navigation bar, and then according to his step, right, center of the home page present displayed. So we see that the home page is still there. It didn't navigate to any other page, so we are good here. We are going to mark this step as passed. And then the next step here is click on flights menu item from the left navigation bar, right? Can you see this menu item from the left navigation bar? So according to his step, right, flights details and reservation page will be displayed, right? Flights details and reservation page will be displayed. I think it will not be displayed. You will have to log in. For that, just giving a little bit time.
One more time, Tanvay. This looks like a
So let's say that, okay, we supposed to get this page, we didn't get it, right? So let's say when you click on flights menu from left navigation bar, I should see that flights stuff, right? But am I seeing these flight related options?
I don't know. There is some on the bottom in Atlanta to Las Vegas.
No, this is the homepage items.
So I put basically fail because there's nothing it shows like that.
So here it seems it is, can you see it is loading, right? So let's say that I'm going to fail, right? So I will, besides failing, I'm going to report a defect here. Okay. So I'll say that page didn't display. Okay. And please see details in the defect. Okay, now how do you report defect here? Can you see this add? You click on this add defect, and then you come here, flights details page didn't display, right? Now what is the severity? Let's say I'm going to say it has high severity and it is in the queue environment, and then other details, right? If you want to report any other details, you do it. And then description, you put a little bit description like what are the description, right? So the description here, when I click on flights detail, the flights, when I click on flights menu item, the page started loading, and it was not able to bring anything anything. I waited 2 minutes and still it was spinning. And what do you do? what do? You take a screenshot of this spinning, right? You take a screenshot of this spinning, right? You highlight this, you'll have to highlight this, right? So here you go to take this eraser, and then you highlight this, and what you have clicked on here. Actually you can take the pencil, red pen or black pen, and then you point out where you have, okay? Or let's say I didn't do it correctly, so let me just remove everything. Let me take the pen again, and let's say I have clicked on here, right? And then what happened, I saw it was spinning. Okay, now you put this screenshot here, right? And then how will you recreate? You put this recreation step here. So how will you recreate? And the recreation step is the same as the previous one. So open browser and navigate to browser and navigate to new tools,
demo AOT.
demoiot.com, and then click on
Bar.
flights from, actually flights menu item from left position, okay? And then you say add this defect. Now this defect will be added with your execution. Can you see this defect is added here? Now we are not able, if you want to move forward with the remaining thing, you can move forward. Or let's say that if you want to go for hotels details reservation page, right, you can go for hotels details. Let me see if I can.
This error issue.
So
the page would not
okay,
load.
so let's say that if you want to keep reporting defect, you can report more defect, or you can stop this execution.
Where I basically told my mistake, like I don't put the edit defect, but I put failed and comment it out here and attach the screenshot. Basically, that's
So
the thing.
what will
I was
happen? What will happen, Nabed? Nobody will report. Nobody will notice your screenshot. People will get notification only if you report a defect, right? So that's why it is
trying to
important that.
fix it, but I can go back again. Don't worry.
What is that?
I already execute, but when I try to go back again to fix this issue, but I can go back again because I already did
Yeah.
the
So
execution.
you will have to re-execute, or you will have to report an individual defect. You cannot associate with that particular execution. Now let's say our execution is done. So what we are going to do, we are going to stop this run, and then if you now go back, right, if you now go back, and then let's say that, can you see runs? If you go to run step, you will see all the executions. Basically, I think this is the execution that we did right now, right? Can you see this execution we did? And then if you go to the execution details, now you will be able to see, can you see one defect associated with it? And then you will be able to see the details of the defect. If you go there, you will be able to see the details of the defect. Okay, so now where do you have question? I'm expecting question. Where do you have question? Any further question on this? Okay. Okay. Now, Raja Bhai, are you there? Okay,
Uh,
so do you have any further question on this?
Yeah, this is clear.
So where was your question?
Make the registration of the ALM
So
in the
you were
system.
not able to register?
No.
What was the problem?
I got through the process. ALM obtain trial version
Mhm.
and to put information
Mhm.
in the register page,
Mhm.
but I couldn't complete the next steps.
Why? Because I sent you the link where you doing this registration. I ask you to go there, put your information, and then when you put your information, right, then you should be able to uh, email. So did you receive the email? Did you submitted your information? Why? What was the problem? I didn't receive any screenshot. If you see any problem in your submission, you're supposed to send me a screenshot. You're supposed to let me know. No,
Yes.
but these weeks are going, right? We are losing time. We have to make progress in this course. I have this is trust me, the technicality of this course hasn't started yet. The more technical part is coming. So at this lower complexity part, if you do not put enough time or if you are not able to make progress, right, then it is a problem. We need to know what is the problem, brother. Now let me just pause my recording on. Can you share? I want to see what kind of issue you are facing when you are trying to submit this registration. Yeah, please share. Let me take a look. Okay, I can see your screen. Uh, okay. So remember that I sent you the link. Do you have that link? You can take it from the last. Let me send you this link again. Let's come back to the class, guys. I have started my recording again. Okay, so let's do this here. Can you hear me?
Anyway,
Okay, what is your Gmail address? Did I added you in the microfocus trial?
8ns08 at
Can you
gmail.com.
check? I already sent invitation. Can you check if you have received an email from Focus? Okay.
Send it in the email, right?
Yeah. Can you share that Nahid Anas Gmail? Okay, search for micro focus. Activate your software trial account. Click on confirm email. Confirm. Create your password. Test T uppercase 1234 at the rate. 1234 at the rate. Did you put 1234 at the rate? No. You have to confirm as well. It is not test 1234. Yeah, confirm it here. Test T uppercase 1234 at the rate. Okay, save. So hold on. Password not identical. Is not matching. Can you type test 1234 at the rate? Okay, close it. Close it and then launch it. Can you see the launch button? It is launching. Give it a little bit time. Now if you close it and then if you go to home and test module, right now you can see the all of the test cases, right? All of the test. So so that is where you can do whatever you like. If you want to add test cases, you can add it. If you want to execute a test cases, you can execute a test cases, right? You can do whatever you like. If you are having any issue, let me know. Now if you go to the test module again, test. Okay, so here no, not team backlog, Nahid bhai. Go to test. So here if you all release team backlog. Click on the test module again. Click on the this menu bar again, all the way. Yeah, click here and then click on the test module. Test, yeah. Okay, so here in the test, I'm trying to see how will you add a test case here. These are the tests those we have. Now if you want to add a test case, can you see if you can add a test case? Yeah, what is that? Choose fields, not this, run environment. It seems the view that you are getting, it is different. Let me give you more access. Hold on one second. I think I didn't have to give overview. If you click on the overview tab, Nahid bhai, Okay, and then here, can you hold on this plus? Can you see that plus icon? Can you put your cursor on top of this? No, not this, not this. Okay, let me give you more access. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my trial version. 1 second. Defect. Okay. Um, setting spaces, and then Naved Khan. Let me change it. Users. So Nahi Dennis, let me make you instead of role. So you are only viewer. That's why you can only view. So I'm going to make you tester. I'm going to make you team member, synchronizer admin, leader, DevOps admin, everything. You are everything now. Workspace admin, right? Click OK. So, and then I'm going to save it. I'm going to do the same thing for Rajava.
Then I have to
Nahid bhai,
relog.
yeah, you have to relog in. Let me make you the same thing. You log out and log back. Raja bhai,
Yes.
you as well log out and log back. Now with this tester, that's why you are able to write test case, but I'm giving you more privilege as well. Okay. Save. And then let me see my space admin. Okay, so now what do you see, Nahid bhai, when you log back? Now you can add test cases, right? So that is what I wanted to. So now you can write your test case here. Now you can report your defect. You can do the executions. Now, Nahid bhai, let me ask you this question. If you want to execute 3 test cases at a time, what will you do?
Run like these 3 test cases at a time.
Select, yeah, select. Or all of the test cases. Let's say you select all of the test cases. Can you see the ID? If you click on that, all of them will be selected, and then click on run button. And then you give a name, run name, let's say all test cases, and put today's date. Now there is a spelling mistake, correct it. My class is listening to you. You assign it to a sprint. Let's say sprint 1. An environment, say what environment you are doing. We do not have a milestone yet. You say QA. Okay. So now can you see, Nahid bhai, your steps and then your validation point? Can you see everything? Okay. Now can you see for test case 1, how many iteration do you see for test case 1?
I see like 4.
No, 2 iterations. Can you see iteration 1 and iteration 2? Okay. just notice this, that for test case 2 you have iteration 1 and you have iteration 2. Okay, now
এই জিনিসটা করলে কেন ডিভাইড বানাম টু অ্যাডিশন
I'll tell you. Okay, so here in test case 2 I'll tell you why it is, why we have two iteration. But can you do the execution? Let's do the execution. So open browser and navigate to nottest.com, newtools.demoaut.com. Dot, there is a dot. So newtools.demoaut.com, you can click on the first link.
showing no information is available on first page.
Click on it. Okay, then type it here, newtools.demoaut.com. In the webs, in the URL you type newtools. demoaut.com. Do not go by that way. You just type .com. Yeah, press enter. Is the page is down at the moment?
See, everything is
So I'm thinking the new
working on this.
this this is a very old test site, and if it doesn't work, probably I'll have to give you the test cases on my website probably. I think this site is down, but okay. So let's say, Nahid bhai, if you go back to your execution window, guys, give me a second. Assalamu alaikum, madam bhai. Alhamdulillah, madam bhai. কি অবস্থা, কেমন আছে? হ্যাঁ, বেবিরা ভালো। Now let's say that your page loaded, right? You pass this option. Can you see there is a PassFail validation, right? Click on this. Yeah. No, not here, not here. The next step is your validation. Yeah, this one. Let's say passed. Homepage will be loaded. Now let's say I think this is a incorrect step, Nahid bhai, in terms of we do not have a step here, we only have a validation part, right? Let's say you are clicking on logout, right? When you click on logout, what will happen? Login page will be displayed, right? Click on accept. Okay. The login page will be displayed. Click on accept. Pass here. The next one. So this one, this one supposed to be a step, right? But when I wrote this test cases, it was a mistake. So here you say this is the last one, last step passed. Passed. Okay. Then the other one, iteration 2, right? Iteration 2, see, only for this test case we see iteration 1 and iteration 2. I'll tell you why this iteration 1 and iteration 2, but for now stop this execution. No. Before you stop, go to the next test case. Can you see? You have executed one test case out of 6. Go to the next one. No, not here. Oh, if you go all the way up on the black part, gray part of the screen. Yeah, can you see 1 out of 6? No, in the right hand side. Right? Click on the next one. Okay, this is your test case number 2. How many iterations do you have here? Iteration wise, how many iterations do you have here? Only one iteration. That means no iteration means only one iteration. Browser and navigate to new tools, right? Now, if you navigate to new tools, let's say your step is passed. Passed, and then this input invalid credential, input invalid credential. Make this one passed as well. Click on login, right? Appropriate error message will be displayed, right? Yeah, click on this one passed as well, and then go for the next one. So I am assuming that when you are updating the status, you are also navigating through the application. Does it make sense? Okay. Now here, what is that new tools login, right? Now you do it here. Open application and login text boxes will be displayed. Input username will be displayed. Click on pass here. Okay. Input password text box will be displayed, right? And click on sign in button. When you click on sign in button, let's say your sign in didn't pass. When you click on sign in button, you no next step. This one passed. So this one passed. When you click on sign in button, your sign in didn't work. So let's say you fail the next step, right? When you fail it, you passed it. Instead of pass, you fail, right? Now if it fails, then you will be able to report a defect on this step. Report a defect. Go to that particular step. Yeah, click on defect. Login failed for valid credential. So in the description, normally you write what you have seen. If you provide any credential, provide it. Like what credential you have tried with, you got it. Description, it will be short description, right? In the login window, I input valid credentials. I input the following credentials. The login failed, right? In the login screen, okay, text box.
I can give the credential.
Yeah, right.
Where it is.
Uh-huh. User password. No, it is not a suitable message. In the login screen, when I input the valid credential, the application was not able to log in. Or you say, I was not able to log in by using the following valid login credential.
Select it failed.
Okay, you write it in your way. I'll put it on, you put it in your way. Okay, it failed. It failed. And then how to recreate the, you'll put a screenshot here. Let's say if you go back to your browser, remember where it is spinning, right? Oh, it loaded, right? Now you try to log in. Let's say, what is the user, Nabed? Last time we have, hold on. What is the user we have registered?
One and test 1 2 3 4 5.
Okay, put auto 1, and put password as auto 1 2 3 4 5.
Test 1 2 3
Test
4 5.
1 2 3 4 5. Okay.
3 4 10 at the rate of আছে না?
Now 1 2 3 4 5. That's it. But remember your password, whatever password you have used for ALM login, remember this. Okay, now here, wait here and see like if it logged you or if it shows any error message. And then if it is spinning, right, for a long time, you take a screenshot. Okay, I input a valid credential, but it was spinning for a long time.
আপনি ওয়াইফাই কি ইউজ করেন?
আমার ওয়াইফাই হচ্ছে কমকাস্ট।
আপনি মনে হয়
আমার মনে হয় 75 না 100 সম্ভবত। তোমার 100 mbps।
এখন তো ডিভাইস এখন অনেক 60টা ডিভাইস আছে, আমি 200 করছি, অফার দিছিল।
How much do you pay?
আগে পে করতাম উইথ ওদের বক্স সহ টিভি, ওটা ফেরত দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, আমার টিভি লাগে না। আমি শুধু 35 ইউজ করতাম। তারপরে আমার 20 টাকা ছিল আমার ওয়াইফাই,
Mhm.
আর $15 হচ্ছে আপনার মডেম।
Mhm.
এখন এটা আপনার কোড অফার দিচ্ছে, তো আমি এটা ক্লায়েন্ট করছি।
Mhm.
আমি এখন দিতেছি $64, তারপরে $50 আমার ইন্টারনেট আর $14 বাজার। সো আমি এটা $50 নিয়ে আসবো। অলরেডি ডিভাইস কানেক্ট হয়ে গেছে, সিকিউরিটি ক্যামেরা, তারপর ডোরবেল, সবকিছু মিলে আমার স্লো হয়ে যায়। সে কয়েকবার রিকানেক্ট হচ্ছে, সবগুলা ডিভাইস আমি পজ করছি একটু আমার জন্য, আমার এক্সিটে ঢুকে। এটা হচ্ছে এমনি সমস্যা হইতে পারে তো।
So sometimes you have to call them and ask them what happened, because these guys, although they will say you have 200 speed or what 150 speed, they will still give you lower speed.
দেখায় আবার ওই যে এক্সিটে ঢুকলে
Mhm.
এখানে শো আপ করে আমার অ্যাকাউন্টে দোকান থেকে। তারপর আমার সবগুলো ডিভাইস আমি পজ করছি, আদার সবগুলো ডিভাইস কমকাস্টে গুগল কি থেকে শুরু করে আমার ফায়ার স্টিক আছে, সবগুলো পজ করছি একটু আমার জন্য। স্টিল মানে মনে হচ্ছে শুধু কয়েকবার আজকে কেটে গেছে।
Something তোমার মনে হচ্ছে যে something wrong with your connection, because I think I am using the basic one. Basic one means like I pay $30 per month.
এটা আমি ইউজ করতাম আগে, বাট আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এটা অনেকগুলো ডিভাইস করার সাথে সাথে একটু স্লো হয়ে গেছে, প্লাস মানে একটু মানে স্লো কাজ করে। তো আমি ভাবলাম যে স্পিডটা বাড়ায় দিই, যেহেতু ডিসকাউন্ট দিছে আর কি, 1 year কন্ট্রাক্ট।
So Nahid bhai, what is happening here? Naved will talk. So what is happening here? Can you see you have input the login credential? Long time is spinning. So when you take the screenshot, you take screenshot with the spinning part. Can you see the spinning on the top of your bar? Take the screenshot, including that.
আচ্ছা, আমি জানি না আপনি কি ভাই নিম্বাস ইউজ করছিলেন?
নিম্বাসটা কিসের জন্য?
সুবিধা আছে কি আপনার ভিডিও ক্লিক করা যায়, স্পিনিং থাকলে বা মুভিং
ভিডিওটা মানে নিম্বাসটা কিভাবে ইনস্টল করতে হবে?
আমি করি এখানে, আমার এখানে লেখা আছে নিম্বাস।
Where? Okay, do Nimbus click.
আর পেজটাও দেওয়া যায়, আর এন্টার পেজও দেওয়া যায়।
Uh-huh.
রেকর্ড ভিডিও দেয়,
স্টার্ট রেকর্ড।
Can you try to add this video after recording?
দেখতেছি।
আবার নিম্বাসে ক্লিক করতে হবে আমাদের, এই যে স্টার্ট।
এটা আসবে আর কি,
আমি
আমরা দেখি আগে।
ব্রাউজারের অপশনটা আসে না, উপরের যে ইয়েটা অল দ্য ওয়ে টপ যেটা আসছে, যে লোডিং ইস্যুটা আমরা যেটা করছি এটা আসছে।
আমি এখন ওটাতে যাচ্ছি না।
Okay, let's take a screenshot by snapping tool.
মাই অ্যাকাউন্টের ওইখান থেকে নেন আর নিয়ে শুরু করে নেন। হ্যাঁ, এখান থেকে আপনি নিতে পারেন।
You don't have to save it, Nahid bhai. Let's do it. Cancel it and take the screenshot. Just take the screenshot with the, yeah. Now go to your ALM obtain. and then in your description, right? No, you do not have to do anything. In your description, click, go to the next line, press enter, go to the next line and press Ctrl V. Okay, that's it. And then you go to the next step, how to recreate the issue. You can say here, it failed, I saw the following, please screenshot for details. And then add the steps those you have done to recreate the issue in the how to recreate part.
এখানে আপনার টাস্ক টু জেনারেট এখানে অথবা নিচে আপনি লিখতে হবে টাস্ক টু জেনারেট অল দ্য ওয়ে নিচে step 1 navigate to www.myot.com. Second step আপনি লিখবেন যে click on
No, so second step is input valid credential and click on sign in button, or say input the following credential and
open করতে হবে page. First one is open the browser www.myot.com. But open the browser তো open করে তারপর আপনি লগ ইন করুন আপনি ব্রাউজারটা
Steps how to go for this section.
okay, are we done here? Okay, that's all. And then you say add, scroll down, remove this activate, yeah, click on add. Okay, so now can you see that your login is successful, right? Your login is not successful and you have reported a defect. Now besides that, you can put a comment here. Can you see what actually happened? You say the login was not successful. Okay, now you can go for the next test case. Right, and quickly set pass or fail, whatever. Quickly do pass fail. I do not want to spend a lot of time here. Click on for each of the steps, select pass fail, whatever you have seen. Make sure you scroll and select all of this. You can fail here. You make it fail and then go for the next one. And can you see, like, when you want to make a test case fail, overall, can you see on top there is a pass fail button? Yeah. So overall it failed, and then go for the okay. Now let's say stop the execution. Yeah. Can you see in the middle of the screen there is a yellow button? The lower side of the screen in the middle. Yeah. Click on this. Your execution is done. Now go to your Octane page. Okay. Go to your Now see here, you have executed a new execution. Now if you go to go back to the test tab again. If you go to test, and then here quality test, and then if you see that we have, this is the test step, right? Now we have manual test, we can add manual test, and if you see there is a mode, can you see there is a mode drop down? There is a more drop down here, just manual test on the right hand side of manual test. Go yeah, no, not this, there is a more. If you bring that, click on this. Now here, hold on here. So we have we can assign to application module, show Prisma coverage, export to steps to Excel. You export this step to Excel, right? Bulk update, follow. You have different features here, right? So you can export it to Excel. Now let me tell you this. So on this ALM Octane only, test cases are in that way. The previous version, all of the ALM, it was tabular version. The test cases were tabular version. Okay, it will, like, when you write the test case in Word, you see the tabular version that you create. It will be the similar version in the other version of ALM. Only in this one I saw that it is putting in that way. Okay, the test cases they are putting in that way. Now let's say that, guys, if you want to go for a particular test case, click on that particular test case. Click on the left hand side. Can you see the link? Yeah, click on any particular test case, and then, right, can you see there is a runs? Can you see runs? Yeah. Okay, you will see all the runs regarding this test case, and if there is any defect, you'll be able to see. Now if you go to the steps tab again, now can you see, can you explain what happens here? Now this case. So in the step, what we did, Nahid bhai, let's say that if you want to book a flight, you will have to log in first. Is that correct? Without logging in, you cannot book a flight. So when you are writing a test case or booking a flight, the first few steps will be login, input, open browser, navigate to newtours.demoaut.com, input valid user ID, input valid password, click on sign in, right? And then once you signed in, next step will be click on flights and go through the booking process. So what are the initial steps? The initial steps are login. So for login, we already have a test case. Is that correct? So instead of writing those steps again with this booking a flight tab, what we have done, we have brought that test case here instead of writing the steps again. We have brought that. Can you see that can you see add call step? Right. So what you do, can you see add call step, add step, add validation step, add call step? Can you see this? Add step and then add validation step, add call step, right? If you click on add call step, you can bring a test case from here. You select a test case and then you say, if you select, then you will be able to add it. Can you see there is a add button, right? So that's how, if you have to add another test case as a part of test case, you can do that. Does it make sense? So what will happen now? Whatever you have added, remove it. Yeah, you have, whatever you have added new, remove it. You click backspace, that's all. Yeah, click backspace, keep clicking back. Okay. Now if you run this particular test case, right? If you click on run for this particular test case, what will happen? Click on run button. Now go back to the steps again. Yeah, go there and click on run button. Can you see the run button on the right side, but besides the version? Yeah, click on run button. Now here, yeah, click on let's run. Let's run. Now when you are running it, you will see that although you didn't write the steps for login, these steps are here, right? Why is that?
All that.
We have already added these steps. Now you understand, like, how we can bring a test case inside another one. Is it okay? So do you have any further question, Nahid bhai, on this?
I didn't look at this, but for the group, how do you see that? You have to go to the group to see this is the dashboard, I think.
Mhm.
Group, how do you see? Like somebody assign me some work.
Mhm. Yeah, so this assignment is possible. Let's say that we have 100 test cases, right? We have 4 members in the team. I can give you 25 test cases. I can assign it and you will be able to execute those.
Assigns comes in some groups or somewhere.
Yeah, this assignment tab, I'm not sure if we have it in this trial version, but when you have particular assignment, then you will be able to get, yeah, it will be coming to your inbox. Yeah, your inbox is your my work. Yeah, that's correct.
It's normally in Zira, so there's only directly to.
So I think we can assign test case to you, and then you will be able to see these test cases in your my work. Okay. So any further question on this? Okay. So next, let's go to Razabhai. Razabhai, are you there? Okay. Can you write a test case for me real quick? Can you share? So what the step for you will be, let's say that you will be, if you go to the new tools website, right? And then there is a car rental. Again, for that car rental, you will have to log in. So what you are going to do, you are not going to uh, write the step for login. You are going to bring step from another test case, and then you will be adding a step. Click on car rental, and car rental page will be displayed, and then log out. What is that? Okay. Now let's Razabhai, can you share, write these steps? Nahid bhai, please mute your microphone. Okay, Razavai. So what you do, first of all, you will have to log out and log back.
Log out.
Yeah, log out from this ALM, because can you see you do not have that option to add test case, because you, like, I have assigned your uh, role, but to get this role you will have to log out. Can you see here on the top? Can you see workspace, default workspace on the right hand side? Go up, go up.
Yes.
Yeah, click on this. Yeah, click on this icon. Yeah, click on this and then log out. And then log back, put your email address. Mhm. Save. Then go to your test module. Now can you see you can add manual test? Click on that manual test, plus manual test. Yeah. Then name your test case. Okay. The name will be test car rental functionality. Mhm. And then estimated duration, we do not need it. Backlog coverage, we do not have any backlog yet. Here application modules, we do not have it. So put a description what this test case is for. In this test case we are going to test car rental functionality.
Description will be
In this test case we are going to test the car rental functionality. Okay, add in edit. Okay, now here, so first of all, tell me what will be your steps, right? First of all, you will have to open the application and then you will have to log in, and once you are login, then only you can rent a car. Is that correct? So for that you will have to, for login we already have a test case. Is that correct? Okay, so how will you bring that particular test case here instead of writing the all of the steps? No, 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 not runs. Can anyone help him? No, not in steps. What is the, like?
We have to go to the quality.
No,
See
no,
where
no,
the
no,
text.
not there, not there. So what are we trying to do here? We are trying to bring the steps from the login test case so that we do not have to write them again. Is that correct?
Okay, then add all steps. Over here. Select which one you wanna add.
Can you see 1003 new tools login? Yeah, click on that. Say add.
Right corner. Right bottom. Right bottom corner add. Right right side in the bottom.
All the way to the right, yeah, this one. So now you have brought all of the steps from that particular test case, and then click on add a step. Can you see there is a add a step? So after logging in, what is your next step?
To give the password.
So after logging in, your next step is
Name and password.
no. So when you in your login, right? If you go to 1003, click 1003 here, right? In your 1003, if you look at the steps, click on steps. You already have the steps for login. So you do not have to write them again. Now go back. Can you see the arrow on the click on this arrow one more time. Hold on. Yeah. Car rental functionality. Yeah. Go there. We didn't add the steps. Click on car rental functionality to 2003. Yeah. 2003. Now you already have the steps for the login. What is the next step?
Click on the car rental.
Exactly. So next step, click on the next line, and yeah, click on the car rental menu item from the left navigation bar. Item from the left navigation bar. Now what is your expectation after when you click on the car rental menu item from the left navigation bar? What is your expectation?
The page will be open.
Would be. So how do you add this particular thing, your validation step? How do you add validation step? You click on validation step. Yeah, click on this, and then yeah, put what you want to see.
Page will be open. No?
Car rental page will be displayed.
আমরা যদি মানে ব্রাউজার থেকে সরাসরি ম্যাথ লগ ইন করতে চাই তো করা যায় না
Which one?
আমরা যেটা ফ্রি ট্রায়াল করতেছি
Free trial, I think you will have to go from the email.
I have to go from the browser actually.
Yeah, you'll have to every time. I think you'll have to go through the email. So normally in the organization you will get a URL. Always you will be going to the URL. They will be asking you for login. Okay, so let's say your car rental page will be displayed, right? Now we do not, because this application is not working, we do not and the requirements wise we do not have the details requirement. Let's say we are going to stop here. Okay, particular test case. Now save it. Click on save button. Click on save button. There is a save button on the all the way to the left side. This one. Click on save button, and then if you go to your go back. If you go back, now how will you execute this test case? What is the test case that you have written? Can you tell me?
Car rental function.
How will you test this? How will you run this test case? Selected. How will you run it?
Here.
Click on run. Okay, and then to run it, you will have to give a release. A release is there. Now if you want to put a sprint, what a sprint is for? Sprint one. And then let's say what environment it is. Select an environment. This is, let's say, QA environment. Click OK. And then let's run. Something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong. What is that? Click close. Okay, again you click on the run button. Select the features. One, environment QA. Okay, version from release. Yeah, click on let's run again. Manual runner is already open. Click OK to discard the run that is in progress. So actually you have another click cancel to continue the existing run. Click cancel. And can you see if you have a run already going on? Actually, in your, do you know, okay, on the lower side of your screen, how many tab you see for, yeah, click, yeah, I see only one tab, right? Okay, go to, let's do this. Click on this test case 2003. And then go to runs. There is no run, right? Okay, back by clicking on this arrow. Now click on this test case again, and then click on the run button. Let's see what you see now. No, not this. Go back. Can you see the run button? There is a go to the test case again before you go. Yeah, go to the test case, and then can you see the versions? And there is a play button. Yeah, click on this. Okay, click. Let's run. Hold on. Manual runner is already open. Click OK to discard the run that is in progress. Click OK. And then I should see. Okay, click on run again. Now the replay, not this. Go to that, yeah, run. Yeah, click on run. Yeah, click on this. And you can select a sprint and click let's run. Let's run. You can select QA. Click OK to discard the run that is in progress and start a new one. Click cancel to continue existing run. Okay, click OK. Can you log out and log back? I think something is messed up in your version. Log out and log back. Yeah. And try to do the same thing again. Okay, hold on. What is that start run failed? Can you see what is that start run failed? Start run failed, illegal invocation. Illegal invocation. Okay. Something went wrong. Can you copy? Let's see what we have in the copy. Copy it. And now open a notepad. Notepad in the, if you type notepad in your search bar, yeah, paste it here. Let me see what are the error messages here. Okay, correlation is illegal indication, error code start run failed, illegal indication from is reject, start run session and runner. Okay, okay. Close this. Can you try to run another test case? Let me see what happens. Or actually, yeah, try to run another test case. Go to your browser. Go to quality. No, quality test. Can you see the quality test already in your browser? Okay, click close. Try to run another test case. Uncheck that 2003 and try to run, let's say, uncheck the 2003 current one. Uncheck, yeah, uncheck it. Go back, uncheck, and select, let's say, homepage validation. No, select bouquet flight test case. Bouquet flight, yeah. Try to run this. Yeah, let's say so still manual runner. Okay, let's do this. Can you close all the browser if it is possible? Click cancel and then close all the browsers. Yeah, all the browsers. On the right hand side there is a master close button. Click on that. Yeah, close it. Okay, do you have any other browser open? No, right? Okay, now let's do this. Click on that, open the browser again. Actually, before you do that, can you see type here to search? Can you type task manager? Close the browser. Close the browser and here type here to search. Type here task manager, TASK.
Yeah.
Yeah, task MGR. Yeah, task manager all the way top. Click on it, and then let's see if there is any Chrome process opened here. More details. Click on more details. Okay. Do you have anything regarding Chrome? Scroll down. No, I do not see any Chrome, so close it. Okay, now open the Chrome browser again. Go to your mail and click the link from there. This is not the right email, right, Razavan? How you go to the next email? No, no. Let's do this. Remove this black. Can you see that Skype? Close it. On the right hand side, on the upper right hand side, can you see that? Yeah, close it. Now can you see M? Click on it.
This?
Yeah, click on this. And can you see you have the other email Razakurim07? Yeah, click on this. Okay, now you look for that microfocus email. Search for microfocus. Okay, this is the microfocus. Click on this. Click on the link, confirm email, and then you will see that okay, the verification. Okay, the verification link is the verification has expired. Click forget password and receive new link. Okay, now click close on this. Did you? Oh, you have the login. Not this. Click close on this and click verification link. Click forget. Close this again and then go back. Okay, can you see the login screen? Click on the login screen. Let's see what you like. Confirm under the confirm email, right? Can you see another link? There is a link. Yeah, click on this. Let me see what we have. Oh, we do not have anything there, right? Okay. Now let's do this. Login softwaremicrofocus.com, right? Just keep up to this and remove the remaining part of the email. No, 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 no. In the address bar. In the address bar. Click again and select up to, yeah. Yeah, keep going. Up to message, remove up to message. Now, can you see this MS action do login quality? The fourth link, yeah, the fourth one more. This one, yeah, click on this. And then bookmark this link. Click on your, can you see the three dots on the right hand side of your screen? Yeah. Okay, so where did you bookmark it? Let's do it again. Click on bookmark again. No, click on the three dots. Click on the three dots, okay. And then can you see bookmarks, right? And then add, hold on. Here you will be a bookmark this tab, bookmark manager. Okay, click on this. Oh, you have it here, login my account, right? Oh, click on this bookmark this tab again. Now here, not bookmark bar, click on folder, choose another. Okay, bookmark bar. Hold on, other bookmarks. Okay, bookmark bar you already have there. Okay, close it. We already have it in the bookmark bar. Yeah, now log in. Hello? Hello? হ্যাঁ আমি ক্লাসে বললাম কিছু হ্যাঁ ওকে ঠিক আছে so yeah, log in. So your password is test1234 at the end. So it's like hold on, the login name or password is incorrect or your account is locked. So do you still remember your password, Bhaiya?
Gmail password or
No, for this one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you putting T as a uppercase? Is this T uppercase? Okay, now you click on this launch. Now you try to run this test case again. Let's see what happens. Click on the run button. No, not this. This is the runs, right? Click on the run button here. Just let's run. I think, yeah, you can select a sprint. I want to see if it is running now. QA. Let's run. Nahid bhai, can you still run? Nabed, can you still run test cases? Try to run a test case. Let me see what happened to your user Razabai. I'm just going to your portal. Yeah, any of the test case. You can run. Let me see what happened to his profile. Yeah, I was able to run as well. Now if I go to his profile, spaces, user, Raza Karim. You have all the credential that you need to run the test case. Okay, Razabai, let me try to log in as you. And see if I am able to log in, log out, and then let me log in. What is your email address, Razabai? Razakorim07? Razakorim07. Okay. And your password is test1234 at the rate. Test1234 at the rate. Sign in. Okay, I logged in by you. Let me see if I can run this test case. Car rental, run. Let's run. Yeah, I was able to run by your credential, Razawai. Right. So let me say fast. 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 Okay. And then stop. Okay. So I'm not seeing any issue. Razawai, let me take a look one more time in your case. Now, if you are you still sharing? Okay. Now let's do. Can you refresh your page here? Okay. Now can you see your test case, right? If you go to 2003, if you click on 2003, and then if you go to runs, can you see like past the latest one? I ran it on behalf of you. Oh, you have in progress. Can you see you have some runs in progress? Click on this 4010. Parental functionality. So it is not there, right? Okay, go back to the previous page. can you delete these two in progress runs? So I'm trying to see in progress QA, right? QA I think is Naved. So if you click on this in progress run on the left hand side, select, yes, select this one and the next one, next in progress one, and then let's say if there is a delete menu, can you see more, right? Can you see more if you click on more? No, the left hand besides the run button, right? More, can you see under runs there is a more? Hold on, delete, click on delete. Yeah, delete. Okay, now you go back to your previous screen and try to run one more time. No, go back. Okay, here click on the run button again. Yeah, click on this run button. Yeah, click on let's run. Already manual runner is already open. Click OK to discard. So I think you restart your computer and then give another try. But you saw how you write your test cases here. You saw how we execute test cases here, right? Okay. Now, so to everyone, Nabed, Nahid bhai, Raza bhai, can everyone hear me? Nahid bhai, can you hear me? There? Okay. See, lot of these topics that I want to go through is depend on how much work I'm getting. Last week I told 5 of the test cases you are going to write here. Naved, even in your case, you have written only one test case. I am not seeing an attitude to any of you. Let me clearly tell you, I am not seeing the right attitude that will give you a job. I'm not seeing that right attitude. You will be doing the course, but eventually you might get frustrated because of this, like, you have to follow the instruction, guys. This course is not easy. I was talking to one of the guy. He tried 6 years and then he got a job. Previously I know a guy, he tried 5 years and then he get a job. Nowadays, to get a job, it is not that easy. If you get a job, you will get a salary 80,000. Your starting salary will be 80,000 per year. It's not that simple. You might get a job with lesser try easily, but it will not happen that easily. I am not seeing a desperate attitude. I saw a student who, okay, this is my work. I will try to submit this work as soon as possible. I will work 5 hours through the night. I will submit my work. If I have any question, I will reach out to him. I will reach out to my classmate, or I will do internet research. I will complete my homework and then I will send it to him. I do not see that type of attitude from any of you. Now, let me clear this. I do not sit like this time I can play with my kids. If you do not work, right? If you do not work, if you do not follow the instructions, I find it more meaningful. I will be spending time with my kids. I will be going to trail to have a walk. I find it more meaningful in that direction if you do not follow my instruction. And I do not want you spend time here and at the end of the course you do not get a job. It is not good for you, it is not good for me. I want to be very straightforward, guys. This complexity of the course is not here yet. And I'm not seeing the right attitude that you should display in this class in terms of following instruction, in terms of turning the homeworks, right? There was few homeworks regarding the primary key and foreign key. I didn't receive the homework from you guys, many of you guys. Now, this way, right? This way, I do not want to go through this course in this way. I will be very straightforward. If you are having an issue, you come back to me. I'm having issue. But other than that, I will expect every work from you. And then if you cannot continue this, right, I will politely ask you, very politely, that you do not waste your time here. because it will not work, right? I will respect your time, I will respect what your goal, but I will say that it will not bring any fruitful thing for you. Now let me see what is your opinion. What is your plan from this course? I want to go one by one. I told you previously that in this course you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, you have to be focused. First of all, I know that we have families, we have job, right? We have friends, right? We go to parties, but after all, what is your goal from this course? I'm telling you, this is not a academic course. You complete 1 year and then you will get a certificate. You will be able to start applying to job from this certificate. It is not a that type of course, my dear brothers. Now you tell me, like, what is your plan with this course? Everyone. And if you are getting any difficulties, what are those difficulties? Why you cannot uh, turn over the homeworks? I ask you very simple. Write 5 test cases in this one. I give you access, right? I was expecting you will be writing 5 test cases here without any hesitation, because you are coming here in the weekend to learn things, to get a job. I'm not saying it is happening. Now I want to know one by one from Nabed, what is happening?
For me, I thought the first test case that you said all of this. That's why I put up. I don't know. I write down all of this. So if I know, then I will write down the other stuff.
Right. So I wanted 5 test cases. You can write 5 test cases for login. There could be a positive login. There could be a negative login. For registering user, there could be 1 test cases, right? And then for vertical, there is a vertical menu. For this one, there could be 1 test case. For the horizontal menu, there could be 1 test case. There could be many test cases from there that you can write. And on top of that, I didn't receive your primary key, foreign key regarding test case. I didn't receive your test plan. What is happening with you now?
I already submitted you. I think before the primary key, foreign key, I already submitted to you.
When did you submit?
I submit.
Remember, after the last class that we took, you sent me something on January 29th.
2 days ago.
What was that? What did you do on that one?
The last class, the student authors, the student, the primary key, foreign key, the reference, teachers info.
You have submitted.
Student. Yes, the books, the authors info.
Okay.
All is submitted.
Okay, that's good. So what about your test plan?
I think I already submitted.
So there were few modifications that I asked you to do. Have you submitted with these modifications?
I think that I did the last class, not this. The last time I did.
So double check with your test plan if it is fully updated and send it to me. I'll be giving you feedback by tonight on your test plan and your SQL work.
SQL, do I need to send again?
No, if you have already sent it, I'll be able to find it from my email. Now let me come back to Nahid bhai. Can you hear me, Nahid bhai? জি ভাই এখন একটু প্লিজ বলেন যে what is the plan with this? I know that you are going through the difficulties, but still, like, making progress here is important. So what is your plan with this?
আমার প্ল্যান হচ্ছে আমি আপনারা যেটা ফোনে যেটা বলছিলাম আর কি স্টাডি আমি কমপ্লিট করতে পারছি
আচ্ছা
so I think within this week I can
okay then you only because
then I will have 5 days to work আমি
okay that's very good, because I have to bring a lot of thing here. So
Therefore, I have no other issue.
so you will be able to fully dedicate on this study, right?
From I will have some vendors with this from say February 10th. I have full
Okay.
next month.
Okay.
I have 15 to 20 hours to spend for this.
Trust me, here I have to bring a lot of topics. After this, I have a plan to bring Jira, right? We basically will learn this ALM and Jira in this part. Then we will have to go for this automation. It's a big part. We'll have to go for this automation. We have to go for this interview questions, right? We have a lot of things to do. So if I do not see a proper progress from you, then basically it.
My situation I am totally agree, but I'm equally from yours. Actually, it explains a lot of things. Something that way is not.
Okay, okay. You said like after 10th you will be fully dedicated here, right?
Our aim is that our inventory is and our responsibility. From February 10th, I'll be full volume, inshallah.
And still you will have to write these 5 test cases here. You will have to do the execution and you will have to report defect on few of the test cases by this.
Okay, defect, inshallah.
Okay. Now Reza bhai, let's come back to you. Okay. Okay, you can, Reza bhai, you can call me today in the evening, or let's say you can call me tomorrow in the evening. Okay.
So, can I call it morning?
So tomorrow morning I'll be at work. Yeah, but you can call me. Let me see at my calendar.
Next Saturday morning.
No, Saturday. I do not want to wait that long to hear your problem because problem that.
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I'm trying to see like when you can call me on tomorrow. Let's say that. Let me give me
I used to leave for work at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay. Now tomorrow, if you have to call me, give me a call around 1 second. Yeah, I got it. So tomorrow you call me around. You said you are going to call me around 10.
Till 1 o'clock or
Okay, got it.
12:30.
So then in this case, call me at 11:30.
Thank you very much.
We'll discuss. But it's important that all of this work that I'm giving you submit and you do practice. Okay. So here with this, I'm not going to bring any new topics today. I will still whoever didn't submit the database work, I'll be waiting for that. I'll be waiting to see you are able to write your test cases in this ALM, right? And then I think basically that's all today. We will talk again on Sunday. Okay. Is there any other question? Go ahead.
ভাই টাস্ক হচ্ছে যে এলএমএস একটা 5 টেস্ট কেসেস লেখা আছে
এখানে লিখবেন LM এর 5 test case. When you are writing a test case, just put your name with the test case name.
write some defects also.
Yes, write at least a couple of defects. And when you are writing test case, make sure some of the test case you include a test case inside a test case. Like the add call step. Remember we added.
I got that.
And Nahid bhai, on top of that, if you get time, you didn't submit a lot of the database exams. You work on those as well.
Everything from the next gen, inshallah. I will do because I have to do it myself also. to practice a lot of things.
Basically, the requirement যেটা আছে requirement document থেকে সবগুলো টেস্ট কেস লিখে দিলে হবে।
হ্যাঁ হবে, হ্যাঁ it will.
আমি মনে করছি আপনি বলছেন যে ফার্স্ট স্টেপ গুলো আর কি, এইজন্য আমি জাস্ট হোম পেজ ভ্যালিডেশন।
No, I wanted 5 test cases, and wherever you find it from the requirement, you write it, or I gave you idea: positive login, negative login, register, right? And then vertical menu, horizontal menu, right? I already.
Write down from the requirement document all the test case.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good.
যখন আমরা একটা টেস্ট কেসে এলএমএল লিখতেছি আইটারেশন কয়েক টেস্ট হয়ে আসতেছে।
Oh, iteration. Let me bring you this iteration. So one last thing, let me discuss. Let me log in, and I'll be giving you. Can you still see my screen? Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay, now let's say that let's say this bouquet flight, right? This bouquet flight, this particular test case, or let's go back. Let's say this positive login, right? Let me see what I have here, what steps I have here. Navigate to no, not this. Let me delete this test case. This is kind of a not a good test because it was the URL is not good. Delete that positive test case is gone. Okay, now this negative test case, new tours login, right? This new tours login, can you see data table? Right now, if you run this test case now, run it.
Running quick correction. If I make a one test case, www.newtools.com, and keep this one test case, and then all the other test case before I put another, I just put add column step to www.newtools.com.
I didn't get it. So one test case, Nabed, you have written for login, right? This login you can use in other test cases, but you will have to have 5 test cases altogether.
I'm saying the first one,
Yeah, you can. Open application. So that for only one step, right? To create a separate test case for only with one step. Instead of that, you can write it. So this feature is mainly helpful when you have multiple steps. Those are common in another test case. Okay. Now let's say when I ran this test case, how many time you see, how many iteration do you see here? One iteration, right? Only one time. Now let me stop this execution. I am not going to run it. Now, can you see the data table? You click, yeah, you bring this, and then can you see create new data table? Right? Create new data table. Now let's say that this login test case, we want to execute it for 3 different users. 3 different users. Okay, so let's say I'm going to name this as I'm going to name it as user ID or user name, and then this one will be password, right? And I do not need this. I'm going to remove this, delete column. Okay, now username, first name, let's say auto 1, and then password is test 1 2 3 4 at the rate. The next user ID is auto 2, and password is test 1 2 3 4 at the rate. And the next one is auto 3, and then password is test 1 2 3 4 at the rate. Okay, so let's say that, let's put a different password here. Let's say that we have this 3 user ID. We have created a data set for this test case. Does it make sense to you? Now save it. So what is the purpose? Fail to say provide a name for the data table, right? Let's put a name, credentials. Okay, now let's save it. Let's save it. Now if you go back, so for this particular test case, new tools login, can you see how many users we have? We have to run it for how many users? 3 users. So that means we have to log in 3 times. Does it make sense? Okay. Now if you run this particular test case from here or from any other place, right? So click on let's run. Now how many times do you see this test case now? Can you see iteration 1, iteration 2, and iteration 3? Can you see this? So it is, if you have to run a test case for multiple user, right, then you do this. Okay, let's say this is passed, and then let's say input username, right? So here when you are inputting username, let's say that what username you put, let's say auto 1, then let's say okay, that is passed. And what password you put, let's say your password you put is test 1 2 3 4 at the rate, right? And then make this one passed. Remember, this pass fail will be coming from the application. At the moment I'm not going to the application, but where will this pass fail come from the application? So passed, and then you got it. When you are running the next time, you will be putting proper credential. Does it make sense, guys? Why you need to, why you saw 3 iterations? Because there is a requirement you run this test case for 3 set of data. Are you good up to this? Any question on this? So in this case, yeah, I will do this here. That one was a problem. Let me put a step here. That was add a step, and let me bring this. Okay, so if you are good, I will stop this session here, and I will definitely definitely wait to see like what progress you can make by this week. Okay. Okay, so that's all, guys. Appreciate that you are taking your time to go through this course. Thank you again. I'll talk to you, and let me know if you have any further question. Bye.